The evacuation came after we have been requested by all the parties who are fighting in Aleppo to carry out such an evacuation. So far, we started with the first round, which brought up around 26 wounded, in addition to hundreds of civilians evacuated in 13 ambulances and 20 buses. The evacuees have been transferred to the rural side, the western rural side of Aleppo governorate. As we speak now, there are still another round of evacuation which will take place. The buses and ambulances are going back to the eastern part of the city to evacuate more people. The operation itself is not easy. It's very complex, and it might take a little bit of time. We expect at least, or we hope that the critically wounded will be evacuated today, but I assume that the whole operation will take place over a couple of days or more. So far, the evacuation has been ongoing and proceeding as planned. We had obtained all the security guarantees from the parties before carrying out such a sensitive and complex operation. So far, our team is safe, the civilians are safe, and we make our best in order to secure their protection and to make sure they are protected at all times. These people have been suffering for a long time, not only during the past few months, but they have been going through a lot of human suffering over the past years. It's a very hard choice for them, basically, because they have to leave the only place which they have known as home and to go to other places that they don't know what they will be facing there. The evacuation is proceeding as planned. The civilians are safe, and we are ensuring that they are well protected, and this is basically the major role for the Syrian Arab Red Crescent and the ICRC to take part in such an evacuation, is to ensure the protection of civilians and to play a role as a neutral humanitarian intermediary. Our team, when it comes to the problem, our team was describing how, in terms of when they were accessing the eastern part of the city, how they had to remove a lot of rubbles on the way, destructions from building, destruction that shows the violence that have been ongoing for months and months now. So there will have been some delays, basically because they had to clear the roads and to be able to pave the way for the ambulances and buses to access the eastern part. What we have been requested so far is to evacuate the civilians and the wounded. This is our main role for today and for the coming days. And this was upon the request of all the parties who are fighting and upon the agreement they could have reached by themselves. We will continue to carry out our humanitarian duty, and as long as it is in the favor of the civilians and that it's in the favor of the civilian interest and that it puts the civilian interest as a priority, we will continue to carry out and to find a solution, a humanitarian solution for the ongoing conflict in Aleppo.